Good evening and welcome everybody. We are now in the beginning of the pre-start of the last day of the Winter Championship. Just going to park the media boat in position and then I will focus on commentating. There it is. Okay, we have, as we see, 3.5 minutes left to the start. 19 boats should be on the pre-start area now. We have a boat missing. Kokos could not make it for tonight. The boat we are following is Riho. He is the current leader. So we will watch him in the pre-start and then we will jump around as the race progresses. I am commentating alone today. Mark could not make it. He had to work. But it's Harold Euphoria on the mic. So this course is with quite light winds, as you see in the bottom left corner. It's only 13 knots wind and yeah, quite patchy. The neutral wind direction is 160 degrees, and you see it in the bottom left corner, TWD, as the wind is changing. Now it's 161, which means it's, yeah, there it turns left actually, so now it's a little bit left of neutral. Looks like most boats are on the right side of the starting line. Could be quite packed near the committee boat. The boat in second place is Aaron, and in third place we have Fastits. It's only a couple of points separating those three, so those three boats are the boats to watch at least for this first of two final races. Then Zess and Jimmy and Chico is also within striking distance to the podium. 1:20 to go. Boats are lined up. Looking on the left here, we have Jamin. Maybe going for a left pin and start. And the Riho, the leader, is in a quite dangerous position up to windward of the ley line. 50 seconds to go. Galaxy seems to be on the ley line, or maybe, yeah, on the ley line. So we could possibly shut out Riho at the gun. Chico a little bit early. Now we see Riho killing time. Sly Fox coming from behind. So this looks to be a little troublesome start for Riho. Penalty given to Sly Fox there. Seems like he was tacking boat. 10 seconds to go and Riho is going to be a little bit late. He needs to tack after the gun. But at least there's room for him there at the committee. And off we go. John Pup with a great start at the committee. Possibly a little bit affected by Galaxy. Let's see if he can survive there or if he needs to tack out. So far, only Ryuho has tacked, and now John is also tacking. John is placed approximately 13, as far as I remember, on the scoreboard. Let's see what happened here. We have a OCS on Jamin. That's bad news. He was starting at the middle of the line and have a really long way back to start. He needs to go around one of the ends before restarting. So let's have a look at the map. They are going to a top mark just over the island here, port rounding, down to a gate, up again to another port rounding, and then down to the finish line. Checking the fleet, looks like Chico has a nice start in on the right side of the line, and then Aaron, the overall second, is in dirty air by Jimmy and Chico. And the third boat in the top three has a great start, Fast Hits. So it looks like he might be the virtual leader right now of the event. Rio has tacked back to starboard. We have a 3 degrees right shift, so it's beneficial to stay right. And if you take a look at this course, it's as we see here, the orange colored wind arrows means that it's more wind. So the lighter arrows to the right and left is less wind. And we can also see here that the direction of the wind changes as the boat moves to the left side of the course. So it gives a lift, and that gives a little effect of your kind of sailing around the mark. So usually the boats are being kept in the center all the way to the top mark, back and forth. If you look at the current, then we have an upwind current, and we see that just to the left of the center and in the center, it's the green colored arrows, which means it's a stronger current. So that also gives a benefit to the boats staying in the middle, upwind at least. Let's go back to the race and see how it goes. And looking at the leaderboard at the top, we have Ry in a quite good position there now with the 8th position, 8th place, and John Papp in 7th. And the wind now is quite neutral, 159, so boats are both on port and starboard tack. And it looks like John and Ry is kind of controlling the fleet. Let's see now. Chico is coming over, he is in 5th. Crossing Galaxy. Can he cross John Papp? That's the question. Next question. It looks like he will not be able to cross. It could be that John wants him to cross. No reply. And we have still 159. He goes for the cross. Just made it. And another cross on Ry. Looks fine. So Chico now in a very good position on the right. Let's see on the other end. Liburna and Fast Hits, they are 1 and 2. And I don't think they will be able to cross John and Ry because now we've had a 3-degree right shift. So Chico has tacked back to starboard, so it looks like Chico now is controlling the whole fleet. Chico is kind of a dark horse in 6th position overall, 15 points off first place. So with a win here in the first race, he will for sure be in the race for overall win. Now the wind has shifted back to 2 degrees left, so now it's good to be on port. Maybe Fast Hits can make the cross. No, he actually goes for attack on Zik. And now Rick Ryho tacked back to port. Just bounced off Jimmy first. Ryho now up at 5th place, but we see here that there's a gap up the ladder to Chico, so Chico is controlling this. But if there's another left shift, can change. And it's interesting to look up the course to find the wind puffs coming down. That's the dark areas on the water. And the more important, maybe, avoid the lulls. See if we can find any of them now. Yeah, there's one on the left over there. So it's out of the race area. Aaron is heading against the island, needs to make attack at some point, so he really needs a right shift, and there he had a little right shift. So now it's back to more or less neutral wind direction. And there he attacks. Chico and Ry crossing easily on port. And looks like also Fast Hits is ahead of Aaron, coming from the left end. So where is Liburna, who is virtually second? He is all the way to the left side of the fleet, as we see. Let's go back and have a look at how Aaron comes through the field on starboard. The right boat asks for room to tack, and he is tacking. And there's contact between Bogdan and the white boat. One of the boats broke the rule there. Aaron tacking back to port. We have a 2-degree left shift, giving dirty air to Zeke. So even with a quiet, not top start of Ry, he is now actually ahead of Chico, tacking in his to leeward of him. Probably Chico sailed out of the favorable current and wind, so Rio got the benefit of being more in the center. A little left shift, so let's see how it goes with the port tackers. Looks like it's quite tight between Rio and Fastets, but they could be on the ley line. Let me check. Yeah, they are on the ley line, so there should be room for Fastets to tack just to leeward of Rio if he needs to, but it looks like he has a cross. And tacking there, probably inside the two-length zone. Now we cannot force Rio above close hold. Seems not to do that. Liburna on port needs to bear away and clear the starboard tackers. Didn't see what happened. Quite tight race. A lot of boats rounding at the same time. Let's go back to Rio, who is chasing Fastets. These are the boats placed number 1 and 3 overall, and the 1 and 2 in this race. And then Chico, overall 6th, is in 3rd place. So 3 of the top boats are having a great race so far. And this offset mark rounding should be no problem. Boats are getting room where they are entitled to it. Now wind is more or less neutral, so it looks like some boats are going for the strategy of staying out of the head current, as we saw before. The starboard tackers here staying high will be maybe half a knot less head current, or 0.3 at least. But in my opinion, it's even more important to get the puffs. So let's look back up the course and see if there's any puffs coming. There's one on the left side of the course, but the boats will not be able to reach that one. And there are a few developing in the center of the course. quite far above the top mark. But suddenly a new puff will develop at a random spot on the course. And then the boats need to pay close attention to that to maneuver quickly when it occurs. Still quite neutral wind, 159. Chico jibing there to starboard. Yeah, fast it's chasing that puff, but is just out of reach of it. And Riho sitting just behind him on a little lower position, just waiting for Fastest to jibe. As soon as Fastest jibes, we expect Riho to do the same. He will then cover Fastest, and then in this light breeze, he should be able to get clear ahead and maybe run first, at least be able to pass Fastest. The wind shift is now 3 degrees right, which means it's good to stay on port. Chico controlling the other half of the fleet now, crossed ahead of Jimmy and jibed in front of him. I don't think he's affected where he is now. Should have clear air. Aaron, however, is probably affected. Riho was actually the first to jibe. A little bit surprising, but maybe he see something coming. Do we have something up the course? Yeah, there are these puffs coming down, and they are a little bit on the left side of the course, which is could be why Riho was jibing. And now Fastits has also jibed. And where he is right now could be slightly affected, but let's see how it goes. Taking a top view here now. It looks like they have quite similar speeds, so seems like Fastits is not in the shadow. Okay, I had to go away from the mic for a few seconds. I had power running out on the computer, but now it's plugged in. Should be okay. Chico coming in on port here. Could possibly jibe and blanket Riho, and he's trying to do that now. And we see the gate coming up, having a look from above. I will go with a drone view. Just need to move the camera down the course to be in position. Here we go. Gate mark. They can choose either of the two marks at the bottom of the screen. Fast it's going to take the right mark, leading the race, and then maybe Chico has an inside overlap on Riho, maybe not. But it looks like Riho is crossing clear ahead of him anyway. Fast it's rounding now. Riho a few seconds behind. And then Jimmy, the inner turn in fourth place, with Aaron just outside, and John Pup taking the other mark. Quite packed a little bit further back in the fleet here, with 4 boats in one line: Liburna, Casagrande, Louis, and Slyfox. The wind is now 157, so a 3 degrees left shift. Beneficial to stay on port tack upwind. and then jam in last with that OCS he had. Chico crossing Aaron. Chico in third place, but is he able to cross Jimmy in fourth? No, with a right shift, Chico tacked to starboard, and Jimmy is kind of in control of third place with the wind as it is right now. Jimmy is also one of the top boats on the overall leaderboard, so this the scoreboard here makes it really interesting with 5 of the 6 boats at the top 6 are among top 6 on the overall score. Looks like Fast Hits has still good control over the first position with 2-degree right shift and staying on the right side of the course. Just going to have a look at the scoreboard to see who is actually missing from top 6. Zess is in 4th place overall. He is not at the top of this race, so it looks like he is out of the title chase group at the moment. He seems to be at more or less approximately 15th place. So this is now boiling down to a 5-boat race for the title. And that's the 5 boats we see in the view now with Chico, Aaron, Jimmy, Riho, and Fast Hits. Fast Hits is skippered by Brad, an American, Riho by Richard from Poland, Jimmy skippered by Baptiste from France and Corsica, Chico is Chico from Portugal, and Aaron is skippered by Quentin from France. Wind is 160, we see on the screen, still neutral, and we see that Fast Hits is extending his lead. So the most interesting part now is to see the race for second place. They are not far from the ley line at the moment. And Jimmy in third place could be a little bit affected by Fast Hits, but maybe he is just out of the shadow. But he is somewhere between Riho and Chico. Let's see if Chico is able to pass him if the wind stays like this, 156. It's probably going to be good for Chico to tack on the nose of Jimmy and take the third place in this race. Jimmy tacking now to starboard. And Chico was not able to make it. Well, it looks like he's going for it anyway. Tacking there to leeward of Jimmy. It could have been that he just sailed low to make sure he was not tacking inside the zone so that he was not restricted by Rule 18.3. Yeah, still possible for Riho to pass Fast Hits if he is able to find a puff, but it's a really tight race between Chico and Jimmy for second. Oh, some big lags here at the top mark. And a big crash as well. Zeke looks like he's going to take a penalty turn. Okay, let's take the rest of the fleet around the mark before we go downwind. Yeah, we see Zeke is spinning. Jamin has sailed past 2 boats, or 3, so he's now in 15th place. 14th actually, because Zeke was also dropping on the scoreboard with his penalty. The crash there between Liburna and Casagrande looked like it was contact, and nobody are intending to spin, so probably one of those will be disqualified after the race. Okay, having a look at the head of the fleet. Fastits is just trying to hang into that puff for as long as possible. Ree has sailed out of it, but there's a huge left shift at the moment, so it's important to stay on starboard tack. The only reason to stay on port tack is to get out of a wind shadow, or if there's a puff coming down from the top. And I assume Aaron is now just sailing port to get out of the shadow from this row of starboard boats. And John Pop is now 5th on the leaderboard, has passed Aaron. Looked like they were rounding more or less the same time. And John Pop on the outside. But if the wind stays like this, it could be problematic for Fastits to jibe and have a good cross on Riho. And as we saw on the wind, it is the wind is shifting very much right on this side, which means it's even bigger shift than the 153 we see. Here he goes. Will Riho try to cover? I think so. Here goes for the jibe. And Fastits seeing if he's able to sit there. Could be that he's in clear air. It's only 15 knots breeze and sailing spinnaker in 15 knots. Apparent wind angle is more or less perpendicular to the boat, so it could be that he is safe where he is right now. So Riho probably was a little bit late with his blanketing attempt. So it looks like it's going to be Fastits and Riho 1 and 2 in this race. And now let's go and have a look at Jimmy and Chico. Jimmy coming on port, not able to cross. He was asking for a cross. Jibing there, quite tight. Chico holding course. And Chico jibing out. I think Chico is in control now. And is actually also protesting. He claimed that Jimmy jibed late and it was too close. And we see that Fastits and Riho have also jibed. And we see the finish line in the top of the screen, and they are not yet on the ley line, which means there's one more chance to Riho to blanket Fastits. I guess he will do better next time. And now some luffing between Jimmy and Chico. Jimmy trying to stay out of the shadow, but looks like he's giving up. This gives maybe a passing lane for John, who is just looking at these guys and hoping they will continue doing what they do. Okay, Riho about to jibe now on Fastits. Here he goes. Can go to top view again. But yeah, could be that he's on his win right now. But the runaway is getting shorter. Finish line only 20 seconds ahead. Still possible for Riho to make it. It's tight. Yeah, I think Riho can do it. Just need to dive down on the line right now. Oh, that was so close. 17 hundredths of a second between them. Riho got it. And now Chico coming in for third place. Driving clear ahead of Jimmy, who will be fourth. And then John Pop looks like he's getting fifth, and Aaron will get sixth. So with another win from Riho, he's extending his lead, but not by a big margin. Both chasers, Aaron and Fastets, were in good scored good results as well, so they are well within striking distance for the before the last race. We will update the scoreboard shortly, but it's very easy to end in below top 10 in one single race, and then even the leader, yeah, the leaders are not safe. Here we see the scoreboard, just ignore the media there. Riho, Fastest, Chico, Jimmy, John Pop, and Aaron. And then Bogdan in the seventh place. T800 Galaxy, France 985, Sly Fox, Louis, the White Boat, Jamin, Zik, and then Zes, which had a really disappointing result, was in fourth place. Will drop now. Still inside top 10, but outside the title race. I will be back shortly with the updated scoreboard. Hang in there. Okay, they haven't started the next race yet, so let's just have a quick look at the overall scoreboard. As we saw, Riho won this race F3. He is now 4.4 points ahead of Fast Hits in second place, and 6 points ahead of Aaron. He is 15 points ahead of Jimmy, and 17 points ahead of Chico. I think we can say that it's practically impossible for Jimmy and Chico and the rest to win this regatta. Then Riho, Fast Hits, and Aaron all needs to be placed below top 15 or being disqualified. So let's follow closely Riho, Fast Hits, and Aaron for the last race. And now they have launched the race, as we see. I need to put the media boat in position. The neutral wind on this race where the media boat is parked is 82, and as we see now it's 73, so currently a big left shift. Let's see if that is a trend for this race, or it could be just random. Okay, media boat is parked. I will go to follow mode. We follow Riho as usual, the race leader. And the wind has shifted back to the more to the right, but still 4 degrees left shift. Can take a quick look at the map. This is happening in the Isle of Wight as far as I remember, and there is of course a current going on, and the current is going upwind during the first leg, and then it changes during the race. So the end of the first leg it's going a little bit up, a little bit down here and there, so it's quite tricky. But the second half of the race it's going down, so they will have more current in the middle. And the wind is starting around 81, and at the top mark it's around 85, so a good right shift. 3 minutes away from the gun. I expect the top boats to be near each other and probably going to start not too far from the committee boats. Can position the camera just over the start line to have it ready. And then we go back to Riho. Just over 2 minutes to the start. Where is Fast Hits? He usually likes to start on the left side of the center, and he's lining up for that in this race as well, it seems. We see Fast Hits now coming on port. Maybe going to meet some boats on starboard and tack to leeward of them. Then in a nice controlling position with no boats to leeward of him. 125 to the gun. Fast Hits actually passing the boats here. Needs to find a slot to tack in. Could be early still. 115 to the gun. Okay, let's go back to this view. Then we pick up Fast Hits here. Where are the boats for the ley line? Looks like they are a little bit below, and it's a 70 degree the direction, which is a 10 degree left shift, maybe 12. So Takes longer to get to the line when there's a big left shift. And Fastit's tacking there in a good position, at least if he's able to roll Aaron. 35 seconds to go. I think I'll go to this top view now. Yeah. Oh, Fastest just made it across Aaron and goes below Jimmy to try to hook him. What about Riho? Riho in a really good position here to leeward of Zez, but will be affected by Zeke at the gun. Jimmy in a crazy port move, tacking just under the line, and just managed to stay under. But with that crash tack, he will lose a lot of speed and will drop in the race. So where is Riho? Looks quite safe here. Can he survive there, or is he affected? Maybe he's just in front of the shadow from... oh, that was actually Zez. Riho was the boat in the middle. Zeke to leeward of Riho, giving dirty air, and also Zeke in dirty air from Casagrande. Tacking out, and with a 75-degree left shift, that's a good place to stay on port tack. And that should benefit the boat starting on the pin end. And the white boat was able to cross the whole fleet and is the race leader. And the other boat's still hanging in there in starboard. I don't know why. Yeah. Must be someone blocking boats from tacking. Aaron's still staying on starboard. The other boats cannot tack and cross him, which is why they also stay on starboard. I think this might also be a tactical decision. Maybe Aaron is looking closely on Fastits to try to finish ahead of him, both in the race and on the overall leaderboard. If we look at the... yeah, something happening on the left. Galaxy asking for a cross. Crossing T800 it seems. That should be no problem. But the white boat really got ahead of the whole fleet. Comfortable lead. Should be able to increase that lead with all the other boats slowing each other down. Riho cannot cross Zez and will tack to leeward of him, bouncing off Zez the other way. Zez tries to hang in there for a while. Let's see if he makes it. Slyfox with a good start as well, being able to cross these boats. And now we see with these tags, Zez and Riho is dropping on the leaderboard. Riho is now 8. More important, where are they relative to the rest of the fleet, and what is the wind direction? We see here there's a puff, a hole on the left, but there's a puff coming in the middle. So and with the wind being quite neutral now, it's good to be these starboard boats, I would say. And then we see also now that the Riho is climbing on the leaderboard. Where do we have fast hits? A little bit difficult to see with that view. Let's go to drone view. Not here. Fast hits, where are you? There he is. Coming on port. Now Riho and fast hits will be close to each other for the first time in this race. And it looks like Riho has the upper hand at the moment, being bow up and also having starboard advantage. So assuming these two will be quite close to each other for the rest of the first beat at least. Fastest bearing away. Will Riho tack? Yeah, he tacks in the face of Fastest. Fastest responded by luffing quickly trying to survive there, but it seems like he will be affected. But now Sly Fox comes on starboard. Riho needs to either go behind or request room to tack. Goes behind. What about fast hits? Doing the same. Sailing again, probably into the gas of Riho. But they're in a puff, so it's not a bad place to be anyway. But as we see, and now it can get interesting. Zeke tacking to starboard. Riho ducking again. Will fast hits tack or will he duck? He is going for the split. Riho will tack to leeward of Zez and should still be in control over fast hits. Looking up the course, the white boat still with a good, comfortable lead ahead of Casa Grande. And Liburna in fourth place, coming here on the right end of the fleet. Luis on the left side is in third place, but probably not able to tack and cross all these boats on the right, especially now when it's a 6-degree right shift. But we see that fastest is bow up of Riho now because of the Riho going behind Zik and fastest tacking to leeward. Oh, if Rio had been a little bit earlier there with communication, he would have said pass to Zik, and now Zik had to tack again. Gave some gas to Rio, but Rio should be able to outspeed him now and stay out of the shadow. Still a big right shift, 9-degree right. Expecting Riho to do nothing until Fast Hits does his tack, trying to hold him out of being able to cross. And third overall, Aaron coming on port, not able to cross, will need to tack, saying pass to Jimmy. Will Jimmy pass Galaxy? No, tacking in his face. Louis trying to pass, but not able to pass Sly Fox. Tacking between Fast Hits and Sly Fox. They are getting clear of this land, so no room to tack and play for these boats. And here Louis goes back, still a little right shift. He's crossing the fleet easily. Now Fast Hits tacks, and this is the big cross. But looks like Riho realized he could not hold Fast Hits out, so he tacked together with him. Could also be that they are on the ley line. Let's see. No, I can see the mark up there. We can take a look at the map. It's the port rounding, and they are a little bit below the ley line where Louis is at least, but the Fast Hits is a little bit close to the ley line, so could be that he actually will enter the mark in the zone on port. Riho forced to tack to keep clear of Zez. I will go to top view now and move up to the top mark for a drone view. Just ignoring the top boats for this race because we are focusing on the overall score. Riho staying starboard, a little bit dangerous place to be. He will face all this starboard tackers when he now comes back on port up to the top mark. And the title race is happening on the second page of the leaderboard. Riho in ninth place, and Fastits in seventh place. So still not enough boats between Fastits and Riho to have Fastits win the overall race. And now a big cross for Riho coming on port. A lot of boats coming on starboard, with Zes being the first one. I don't think Riho will cross. Will he tack to leeward, or will he go behind? He will not go behind. He has to tack to leeward as close as possible. Tacking there. Done to leeward and outside the zone. Let's go to follow mode. He should be able to shoot the mark there, but it's quite tight. Yeah, in this wind he should be able to shoot the mark, and he's entitled to mark room. But maybe went a little bit too early. This is for the title. He has to make this rounding. And the boat is slowly stopping. He's not able to make it due to the head current, I guess. So this opens up for fast hits. Let's move over to fast hits. Fast hits in seventh place. He needs Riho to be in. Let's see the scoreboard again. I've forgotten. Was it 5 point something? No, it was only 4 point something. So if there are 5 points less for fast hits, he will win, which means Riho needs to be in 12th or worse for fast hits to win if it stays like this. And we look at the scoreboard right now. Riho is in 18th, so he needs to catch up 5-6 boats as it is now to hold on to his overall lead. The white boat still with a good lead in the race, rounded 16 seconds ahead of Liburna and 31 seconds ahead of Bogdan, so it seems to be the white boat Liburna 1 and 2 in this race. Not much will change there, and then it's quite close for the rest. With Bogdan, Louis Romabar, Sly Fox, and Casagrande in one line here. 6 boats close. So what Fast Hits needs to do now, knowing that Riho is at the back of the fleet, is just to sail safe and stay out of trouble. If he finish the last among these boats, he should be good enough to take the title anyway. Fast Hits on starboard. Casagrande needs to keep clear. Bogdan on port could make it with a cross. Jibing. And Riho and Aaron joking in the chat about the situation. Oh, thank you. I forgot to remove the scoreboard. Thank you, Lars. Got a message from him on the side here. I'm watching another screen than you do, so thank you. Let me know if it happens again. Fast, it's playing safe. Good margin to the other boats around the mark. And looking up the fleet, Riho is dead last. But how will this affect the other podium positions? Is Jimmy up there? He is not. I will take the scoreboard back up again. I'll try to remember removing it. Jimmy is 15 points behind, so he is not able to get in there ahead of Riho, and 9 points behind Aaron. And currently Jimmy in 14th, and with Aaron in 17th. Aaron is still hanging in there, but the next one on the list, maybe that's Chico. Chico, 40 points. Where is he on the leaderboard in this race? 10th. He needs to take 12 points on Aaron, I think, so he's also outside the podium. So a little disaster for Riho and Aaron at the top mark, but luckily for them, still able to hang on to the podium at least. Fast Hits still in good position, 7th place in this regatta. He is last among these boats we mentioned earlier, but with a quite good gap now down to Zess in 8th place. He rounded the mark 13.5 seconds ahead of Zess. And we see here that there's a lot of water between him and Zess, so he is in good control over that position at the moment. Only need to go up now to the top mark for a starboard rounding, another offset mark, and then all the way down to the finish line, which is just below the start line. A lot of spectators lining up to see the finish. The media boat looking at the wind. Currently 7 degrees left shift, which is why we see most boats on port tack at the moment. Actually, all of them. So, where is the white boat on the overall leaderboard? This last result will help him climb, I assume. The white boat is in 13th place with 63 points, very close behind a few boats, up to Bogdan on 8. But Bogdan is in 4th place in this race, so he should be able to hold the white boat behind. But both of those boats should be well within top 10 overall, which is a really good result in this regatta, which is the biggest and the most important fleet race regatta of Virtual Skipper, both in number of participants and the quality of the competitors. There's also this ranking system, ELO ranking for Virtual Skipper. And if you look at that, it's the same boats being in the top of this race that is on the top of that leaderboard. Riho was leading that one before this race, but could change after his result in this last race of the regatta. Okay, I'll move the scoreboard again before Lars reminds me. Still, Fastits in control of his 7th place. Chico has now passed Zess. Chico in 8th. And there's a 2-degree right shift. And at the back of the fleet, still Aaron and Riho. Going to do a little drone view of the top mark. It's the mark we see here, to be rounded to starboard. Still as it was before the bottom mark, the white boat with a comfortable lead on Liburna. The white boat is from England, United Kingdom. Liburna from Italy. Luis Romar Abar from Chile. And then in fourth place, Bogdan. Maybe not able to cross the fleet here, but is from Poland. Sly Fox from the UK, England. Casagrande from, well, he's living in Florida, but it could be that he's from Brazil originally. Bogdan going for the cross. Looks like he's able to do it. Just crossed. And coming up, trying to cross Sly Fox also. And Sly Fox just taking the inner turn. No problem. Chico now a little bit closer to fast hits. Chico in 8th place. Oh, we had a penalty here between Galaxy and Jamie. I didn't see if there was any contact there, but the pan is cancelled, so probably no contact there. Just Jimmy tacking to leeward. I'm just guessing. And here we had a contact between John Pup and Jamin. That was cancelled. Let's see if any of the boats takes a turn. Otherwise, one of those boats will be disqualified. Okay, let's go back to following fast hits. Still staying out of trouble. While the other boats are doing their best to sail up through the field to improve their overall position, fast hits is just staying out of trouble. Doesn't care about finishing 7th or 8th in this regatta. It will be enough for him to take the title anyway. If he finishes 8th in this regatta, Riho needs to be 13th or worse. And if you look at the scoreboard, we see in 13th place we have Zeke at the moment, 126 behind the leader. And we have Riho, 156 behind the leader, which keeps Riho 30 seconds behind the 13th place boat, and that is going to be impossible to overtake during the final leg. Good puff coming down the course, the center of the course now. Fastest taking advantage, sitting on the wind of Bogdan, covering him. Should be able to cross, or yeah, he shakes off Bogdan there. And where fast hits is right now, could also be kind of controlling Sly Fox and Casagrande. If these boats jibed, they will probably not be able to cross fast hits, so fast hits can make a nice parade to the finish line and possibly finishing in 4th place in this race. The wind shift is currently 6 degrees left, which is benefiting these boats staying on starboard. Taking a look at the map, we have the race leaders Still a little bit from the finish line, but can guess it's maybe around 1 minute to go for them to cross the line. So in a couple of minutes we will have the other boats down there. Let's follow Brad, skipper of Fastits. Seems to be the fastest boat of the regatta. Huge left shift, 73, which means 9 degrees left. And if it stays like that, Fastits can maybe just sit on starboard all the way down to the finish line. And you see here that he has really advanced on the boat to windward of him, probably from the puff he has been having a bigger part of, and also maybe having had more current from behind, staying further from the coast. Just need to say that these results are of course unofficial. I did not pay attention to all the protests in the previous race, but if there's no protests involved for Fastits, for sure he is the overall winner. I'll just take a quick look at the log and see if he may be part of something. Race log F3. I don't see the name of Fastits on that board, which should make him almost an official winner, but still unofficial. Wind is still very much on the left side, both still hanging in there on starboard. Fastits can make it almost to the finish line on starboard tack. These port boats needs to keep clear. Fastits just jibes on top, staying away from trouble. Bogdan and Chico had a good downwind leg further out in the current, getting fourth and fifth place. And Fastits crossing the line here in 1, 2, 3, 4, sixth place. Well done, Brad. And looking at the back of the fleet, we have still the other podium finishers, Riho and Aaron. But now we had Chico in a good, with a good final run in fifth place. Maybe he was able to pass one of the boats. Aaron coming in now, finishing there in 17th place. So that's actually 12 points behind Chico. And then we bring up the scoreboard, and that will probably get Chico past Aaron by 1 point. But of course, that is very unofficial. There will be some disqualifications both in this race and the previous race, so that may change. So we will now get the overall scoreboard up soon, and while I'm doing that work, I'll mute the mic and I will be back with you shortly. Scoreboard now updated. We see Fastits, winner of the VSK Winter Championship 2026 with 33 points, 7-8 points ahead of Riho in second place. And as we saw, Chico claiming third place overall, 1 point ahead of Aaron in fourth. And Chico was the overall winner last year. I think also Rick maybe was second place last year. So these boats are really consistent with their good scoring in this event. Same with Aaron, also always up there. Race winner of the last race, the white boat, made his way to the top 10 with a 10th place overall. Bogdan managed to get into 8th. Zes dropped down to 7th. He started the day on 4th, so not the best day for him. Sly Fox with a pretty good day, hanging into 6th place. Let's see if we can get to speak with someone. Hello, this is Harold. We are now live on YouTube. Congratulations, Brad. I don't think you're involved in any protests, so I think it's quite certain to say you're the winner of the regatta. How do you feel?
Wow.
Speechless.
Yeah. I'm pretty speechless.
That was impressive done by you, Brad.
Every day I know that if I beat half the boats, I've had a good day, so it means a lot.
Yeah, it was amazing sailing by you both the last days, but also the whole regatta. If you look at the scoreboard, you were only with single-digit scores for the last 4 final races, with the fourth, second, and sixth. So that consistency of yours took you to the top of the leaderboard overall. And I think you got that one discard, 20th place in race Q7. I don't remember what happened, maybe a disqualification but other than that you were...
it was a disqualification.
Yeah, other than that
I tried to thread the needle.
It happens, but you can risk it when you have a discard. But in the final 4 races there are no discards, so there's just a matter of playing safe, and I guess that's what you did with risk management and safe starts.
Well, I'm in shock. So
is it official then, Harold?
It's not official. We have opportunity to protest. I don't think Brad was involved with anything, but it's not official until tomorrow at some point. But pretty sure Brad is the winner.
Yeah, I think you've made it, brother. Well done.
Yeah. Here's your unofficial round of applause, Brad.
Hi everyone, well done, Brad, for winning. Well deserved.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, we are live on YouTube, but Rick, if you don't mind, well done for second overall, but unfortunate to see your top mark rounding there. Was just not having enough speed to get around the mark in the head current.
Yeah, I think it was quite optimistic to try to get inside, but like, I kind of thought by looking at Brad ahead that I get it right. Of course, now knowing what happened, I should have gone a different way, but yeah. Anyway, well deserved to Brad. He said amazing regatta. And,
yeah, I was following your boat at that moment, and it looked like you could have been able to make it, but also the other option going behind was really long. A lot of boats coming there on starboard, so it was not an easy decision to make.
You had to try it, Richard, probably, you know. If you go
Yeah.
behind everyone, you're scared to let Brad win. So you had to try it,
Yeah,
I
you
guess.
only had 5 points lead of him before the last race, so probably you would have lost more than 5 votes going behind.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Brad. Good race, good consistency.
And Chico,
You've been
Thank you so much.
Chico
you've
in
been at
third
the top.
place. Congratulations with the fantastic final day.
Thank
Third
you.
and a fifth place, bringing you up to third overall. Second consecutive podium position in the championship. Well done. How was your
Thank
race?
you, guys. Yeah, it was good. I thought, yeah, this last one was. I think I got a lot of luck on the right side on the first upwind. And yeah, then just managed to sneak into the top.
Yeah, rounding the bottom mark after one lap, you were in eighth place, and it was quite a gap up to number 7. So, but at the top mark, you were really close. What did you do on the last beat to get back in the game?
So I think the second bit was always better from the left side because the right boats, the boats that go to the right, they got the the current first than us, so the drag were way more on the right side. Yeah, and then the left shift on the left side at the very end just made me get closer to them.
And then you were eighth at the top, just behind a few boats, and you managed to pass 3 of them, and you went to the left. So, what did you pick up there to get that speed?
Downwind, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just saw a puff coming, and I saw that the Brad, Sly Fox, and Casa Grande, they couldn't get the whole puff, so I jibed and yeah, came my way.
Yeah, and
There's a little bit more current
yeah,
out in out where Chico was too.
yeah, that's what
Oh
I
yeah, I didn't know
also
that.
was
Okay.
guessing. Better current for you out there, so that
Yeah,
helped
that's
you
good.
pass the other boats. Of course, your third place is unofficial because it's only 1 point down to number 4. So we don't know after the protest how it will look, but there are for
Yeah,
sure a few disqualifications coming in there, and that can bring Aaron back in the game
yeah,
because
Aaron.
yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, a great result by and regatta by you again, and
Thank you. Well done, Richard. Well done, Aaron.
Aaron as well with
Yeah, thank you.
a great race.
Man, I was praying for you, Richard, to pass the mark. I was like, come on,
Yeah.
on the top mark.
Yeah, thanks.
Come on, a little bit more.
Yeah,
Well
and
done to you for sister as well. It was good time.
yeah, as
Yeah, it was
commentator,
fun.
I was also kind of hoping you could make it. I couldn't say it, but of course we don't want we want to have a close race, so we were actually at least feeling
Yeah,
what you
it
felt.
Yeah,
ended
because
there. So
I guess the second part of the race wasn't very interesting now.
yeah,
I guess I got quite speechless around that top mark actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually we have a last race which is like dramatic, you know what I mean? But it's not the case this year.
Yeah. So it was dramatic until
Brad again.
the top mark.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
good
well,
consistency, Brad. Very well done. Nice tournament. I think
Yeah.
you've been there 4 years, like fighting close to the top
Yeah.
when you get it. So it's well
and he
deserved.
didn't win any race. Was good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's amazing. We look at the scoreboard. He has no victories between 8 races, but there's still a good margin down to the second place boat. So
Yeah.
it's all about consistency. We have seen it before. So I think that wraps it up here on YouTube. We will stop the stream and you guys refresh the scoreboard yourself tonight or during the day tomorrow, and the results will be official. So thank you guys for hanging in there, and well done to all competitors. Bye
Thank
bye.
you all.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Aaron.
Bye.
Thank you, Jim.